We spend incredible energy trying to guess what people in our lives are actually thinking. We look for signs, we analyze texts, and we try to find any evidence that the people we value intend to stay close. But relying on spoken words or surface-level behavior is a deceptive way to measure a relationship. People often say what is socially expected, rather than what they truly feel. The conscious mind is designed to protect us. It can easily project a version of reality that hides our true intentions or vulnerabilities, acting as a screen between our internal world and the people around us. When you sense a shift and try to force a connection, you change the environment. You create pressure that results in more masking, leaving you with less reliable information. To see a relationship clearly, you must look past the things people choose to do and focus on their involuntary, subconscious reflexes. The first tell appears when someone begins to create distance. Whether it's physical or emotional, your first instinct is likely to bridge that gap as quickly as possible. But the psychology of autonomy is sensitive. When you chase someone who is trying to step back, your pursuit registers as a threat to their control. It triggers a reflex to defend their space, rather than a desire to connect. This creates a cycle where the more effort you put into closing the distance, the more the other person feels the need to retreat. The harder you pull, the faster they move away. The only way to break this cycle is to stop the pursuit entirely. You have to allow the distance to exist without trying to manage it. When you remove the pressure of your chase, the other person is no longer reacting to your movements. Their next move, whether they maintain that distance or begin to close it themselves, reveals their actual level of attachment. Sometimes the evidence isn't in their actions, but in your own head. You may have experienced a period where, despite your best efforts, you simply cannot stop thinking about a specific person. Psychology suggests that this kind of intense, intrusive fixation, often called limerence, isn't always a one-sided experience. It often functions as a reciprocal loop, where two people are mentally locked on to the same frequency. This happens because of a constant unspoken exchange. Small gestures, shared glances, and subtle changes in tone feed a cycle of mutual reinforcement, keeping both people trapped in the same thought patterns. Because this loop requires two active participants to maintain its intensity, the fact that you can't get them out of your mind is a strong indicator that they are experiencing the same cognitive blockage regarding you. This mental echo serves as a quiet proof of a shared emotional state, existing even when neither person is willing to admit it. The most profound evidence of a connection is found in the way a person responds to your pain. It is easy to offer a sympathetic word or a scripted apology. It is nearly impossible, however, to fake a visceral, physical response to someone else's suffering. This is due to neurological mirroring. When you are deeply bonded to someone, witnessing their pain causes your own nervous system to react as if the trauma were happening to you. Their brain involuntarily simulates that distress. Psychology indicates that if a person's empathy is so intense that they physically cry when you are in pain, the bond is seated in their biology. At that level of connection, the chance of them ever choosing to leave you is effectively zero. This involuntary physical reaction proves a tier of loyalty that goes beyond conscious decision-making. Most of us focus on the things people say, but words are the most easily manipulated form of evidence in any relationship. Real insight comes from observing the things people can't control: how they react to distance, the persistence of mutual thoughts, and the mirroring of pain. Relying on these reflexes means letting go of the idea that we can talk someone into staying or force them to value us. When you stop trying to manage how others feel and simply watch their involuntary responses, you see exactly where you stand. For more observations on human psychology, follow the channel for the next set of facts.